Welcome. There's one thing in life that we can never get away from. We must do it or we can't survive. And that's called sleeping. Although many of us sleep in the wrong position. Even though you don't wake up with pain, it doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you. So I want to tell you the two worst positions to be in, the two positions you really need to avoid to allow your musculoskeletal system, your spine, your structure of your body to stay healthy. Now, if you have underlying pathologies or problems like herniated disc, bulging disc, osteoarthritis, degenerative joint disease, pinched nerves, shoulder issues, rotator cuff, adhesive capsulitis, bursitis, these positions you don't want to do, otherwise you're going to hurt yourself. The first position is sleeping on your stomach. When you sleep on your stomach, you have to turn your head either to the right or turn your head to the left. Now think about this. If you're taking your head and you're turning it left or right because you have to breathe, it's no different as you being on a computer and looking off to the left or looking off to the right for 6 to 8 hours. It's the same thing. The body's not used to being in that position for prolonged periods of time. So what happens is the body starts to compromise, it starts to compensate. The body's saying, wow, this is the position I need to be in. It's going to start causing changes, particularly in the structure, the ligaments, the muscles and tissues, and potentially start causing permanent problems in the future. Also understand when you lay on your stomach, you can't expand the ribs. You're not getting full amount of oxygen. The amount of oxygen is limited, therefore the cells in your whole entire body become less efficient. So if you have to be on your stomach until you initially can get off of it, I recommend you use a pillow underneath your chest area, maybe a pillow underneath the neck area so you don't rotate that head in that 45 to that 90 degrees. Okay, because when you go to that max degree of rotating all the way over, that potentially can do a lot of harm to those ligaments and affect the nerve roots. The next position you need to avoid is being on your side but cuddling that pillow and keeping your arms above your head. Very common, people sleep that way. Now here's the problem. The problem is that you're putting excessive stress on the head of the humerus. You're pushing it forward. Most people already have the problem of rounded forward shoulders, forward head posture. If you have a condition, a previous problem, a bursitis, a tendonitis, a rotator cuff involvement, or any other type of situation that you've had in the past with the shoulder, you don't want to keep the hands above the head as you're holding that pillow because it's going to exacerbate that particular problem. So by pushing that shoulder forward, the head of the humerus forward, you are really causing potential issues in there, and the body can lay down scar tissue and different types of tissue to help support that weakened area if you continue to do this over time. So the best thing to do in that situation, if you're a side sleeper, is sleep on the other side. You'll say, well, it's difficult. Well, if it's that difficult and you have sun coming in through your window, you might want to sleep on the opposite side or turn the bed around the other way so you don't face the sunlight. That may be a good reason or a good excuse not to sleep on that side. So there you have it, very important. Now you're asking, how should I sleep? Preferably, if you sleep on your side, keep the knees bent. Keep those arms out in front of you or below you, not above you. It's good to change positions frequently. If you're on your back, obviously, very good position to be in. Keep the knees slightly bent, pillow underneath the knees. Again, if you're on your side, pillow between the knees. It's very important to change positions, but although when you're sleeping, I know it's difficult, but we're talking precisely with narrowing the space of the humerus as it moves forward anterior, as it causes compression upon the neurovascular bundle. That bundle of nerves and that vascularity of tissues that run through that area, it goes all the way down the arm to the hand to the fingers. So you'll notice you wake up middle of the night and you're shaking your hand. Or you're trying to get that numbness out of your hand, or you're having pain or whatever it is. That is because the neurovascular bundle is being compressed. You can't keep fiddling with that, otherwise it's going to give you lots of problems. Leave your questions below. I ask you to subscribe if you haven't, so you can continue to receive the best self-help videos here. And most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandel.